It's the holiday season, which means the time has come to grab some hot cocoa, some loved ones, and curl up on the couch to watch a few fantastic films. Or if you're like us, you instead bust out the low-budget, blatant ripoffs and cash grabs that just so happen to be holiday-related, because apparently we hate ourselves. If you want to join us in the pain of watching these flicks, stick around and we will break down a few of our favorites. Or if you'd rather watch some good content instead, consider clicking the subscribe button and ringing the bell so you can be notified whenever we upload more amazing videos just like this one. Jack Frost. Sadly, we aren't talking about the 1998 film starring Michael Keaton as a blues musician turned anthropomorphic snow person. Nope, we are instead talking about the Frosty the Snowman inspired horror comedy that came out the year before. That is in no way related to that other film. For those of you who haven't seen the 1997 film, which we are guessing is probably a large percentage of you, Jack Frost tells the story of a serial killer named Jack Frost, who, through a series of completely absurd events, winds up getting mutated by some strange science-y stuff, combining him with the snow around him, transforming him into a killer snowman. It is just as odd as it sounds. Luckily, you're not that likely to mistake the film for the 1969 holiday classic Frosty the Snowman, especially with a cover like that. People who aren't paying attention, though, may easily mistake it for the more family-friendly snowman flick that shares a title. Though in fairness, if you're watching it by yourself and not with your children, it'll probably be a bit more entertaining than that film anyways, in the so bad it's good kind of way. Braver. What do you get when you take a low-budget animated Christmas movie and tack on a title that sounds similar to a popular film from a big-budget studio that in no way has anything to do with Christmas, or really any other holiday for that matter? Well, you get Bright Spark Productions' Braver, or as it was originally titled, Fairy Tale Christmas. Obviously, the film was renamed in order to cash in on the release of Disney Pixar's Brave, which again, is not a holiday film. All that aside, what exactly is Braver? Braver is about a princess who is taken from her royal family at a young age, going on a journey to discover her true identity and return to her rightful family just in time for Christmas. Not a terrible premise for a holiday film, and probably not too bad a one to watch, to be honest, but the name change sort of leaves a bad taste in our mouths, as the shadiness of it just kind of leaves us feeling dirty, no matter how wholesome the actual film is. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Most people who grew up with the 1964 stop-motion animated Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer probably have some fond memories of watching that film. It's that sort of nostalgia that the filmmakers behind the 1998 film, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie, seem to hope to capitalize on. The theatrically released animated film was crammed packed full of stars, including John Goodman, Whoopi Goldberg, Debbie Reynolds, and even Richard Simmons. It told the story of everyone's favorite reindeer with a glowing nose, as one would expect. Along the way, however, Rudolph met numerous new characters, such as a polar bear and an Arctic fox. While distinct enough from the TV special to technically be its own thing, the movie wasn't able to capture audiences in the same way that the original 1964 film did, and definitely couldn't pull them away from that movie that plays for free on CBS every year. This resulted in the film only recouping a little over $100,000 of its reported $10 million budget. Ouch. Frosty Returns. Here is a film that is actually watched by millions of people around the world every year, because it is a legitimately produced film. However, it's the story behind why this film exists at all that lands it on this list. The original 1969 special, Frosty the Snowman, along with its direct sequel, Frosty's Winter Wonderland, were produced by Rankin and Bass Productions, which was split up in 1987. While the rights to air the original film were obtained by CBS, the sequel's rights were lost in the shuffle, instead going to Warner Brothers. So CBS stepped up and instead produced their own original Frosty special to sort of fill in that gap. So you could technically classify the film as a sort of pseudo knockoff of the original sequel, though only in the loosest definition of the phrase. Don't let that stop you from enjoying this beloved Christmas classic. No contest. Now it's time that we finally get to cover a knockoff of the greatest Christmas movie ever made, Die Hard.
Whoa, wait, hold up. I'm gonna have to stop this right here.
Ryan, what are you doing here?
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. It takes place around Christmas and it's...
So? Just because a movie takes place at Christmas doesn't make it a Christmas movie. That's like saying that Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is a Thanksgiving movie because they have a Thanksgiving dinner scene.
Die Hard is a film about a man who, through trials and tribulations, redeems himself in the eyes of a loved one and comes to realize that his job is not as important as his family. Sounds pretty Christmassy to me.
Yeah, no, that definitely seems like a stretch.
Oh, come on, can't you just let me have this one?
Alright, fine, continue.
Anyways, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, No Contest is a 1995 film that is often referred to as Die Hard at a beauty pageant. It follows similar beats, with a terrorist organization holding a bunch of people hostage and an unexpected hero having to sneak around a building, slowly making their way through encounter after encounter with bad guys, all the while communicating with an officer on the outside in order to relay information and keep themselves calm and collected. It's actually a bit uncanny. So if you want a bit of action this holiday season, maybe stick with the classic.
Or, you know, don't watch either, seeing as neither of them is a Christmas film.
Oh, don't you have like a meeting or something to go to?
Yes, sir, I do.
Have you seen any of these holiday knockoffs? Which holiday-themed films do you watch every year? Be sure to let us know down in the comments below. Also, special thanks to Ryan for popping into this video to debate Die Hard with me. If you haven't seen Pitch Meeting, be sure to check them out here on this channel. And if you like those, or this video for that matter, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching!